And the South Carolina Legislative Council released its second audit on the Department of Disabilities and Special Needs today.
Among the findings, an ongoing concern that the department does not have a system that would prevent employees who have been fired for abuse from being rehired.
News 19's Zoe Henry has more.
Well, I'm not surprised in any of the findings.
The South Carolina Legislative Audit Council released its second report this year for the South Carolina Department of Disabilities and Special Needs. Kimberly Tissett is with Able South Carolina, an advocacy group aimed at making changes for people living with disabilities in South Carolina.
Unfortunately, we see a lot of the findings in the community when we're working with individuals with significant disabilities.
In the council's report, it found that the Department of Disabilities and Special Needs did not, quote, have an adequate system to ensure that employee caregivers dismissed for abuse, neglect, or exploitation are not rehired elsewhere in the system. This isn't a new concern. The Audit Council has flagged this as an issue before. The report says it found several cases where employees who were fired for abuse were rehired. In some cases, the paperwork showed the reason for the release was listed as personal instead of terminated.
Not doing a background check for staff members that are caring for people with disabilities is just extremely irresponsible. Most organizations and other agencies do it, so I'm not sure why there isn't a true system in place.
The South Carolina Bar's Vulnerable Adult Task Force worked to address this issue with new legislation introduced during the 2021-2022 session. The bill included safeguards to ensure that someone terminated for abuse be placed on a registry, but it never passed. According to the report, the department responded to the use of a registry with this statement. The agency would probably not be opposed to housing such a registry. However, the Adult Protective Services Division of DSS would need, at a minimum, more funding to hire appropriate staff. The Legislative Council indicated a solution to this problem is requiring any agency hiring caregivers for vulnerable adults to check the Adult Abuse Registry once one is created. They also called on lawmakers to finish their work and create an abuse registry. Zoe Henry, News 19, WLTX.
And late today, the Department of Disabilities and Special Needs telling us that there are several opportunities for improvement within the agency, and they plan to work with lawmakers to make some changes.